From Sierra Tahoe, Katie Hunter and Steve Smith join us in the studio this morning talking about it's now the 8th annual Buckle Up for Big Air. Greg, why don't you kind of just take us through how this event came about, how we started with this event?
Back in November of 2006, Greg, my eldest son, was killed in a car accident on Tahoe Boulevard just up past the high school, and which was, it was obviously life-altering for me and my son and the rest of my family. And you kind of get bogged down in, the grief and everything. And then so to try and make something sense out of this tragedy, we started this event to try and educate kids a little more into road safety, safety belt safety, so that they wouldn't fall into the same pitfalls.
Yeah, and it's a super fun event at Sierra. It's coming up next weekend. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But you threw out some crazy numbers to me since Greg's accident in Placer, in El Dorado County, the difference between what's happened up here in Tahoe and what's happened down there.
Yeah, on the west side, there's been 28 kids under the age of 21 have died on the road since Greg's death down there. I've been working with the CHP up here in the Start Smart program for the last 6 years, and Greg was the last kid to die up here. And before that, they were averaging about 3 a year getting killed on the roads up in Tahoe area.
So it's got to feel good to you that you're making a difference up here. I mean, taking something so tragic and turning it into saving lives. I mean, it sure sounds like it. The numbers say that.
Yep, and I've got a little part in that, but it really comes back to the CHP in the high school and the road education program they have running at the high school.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of lucky to be a part of that and put my little bit in there and give my experiences to the parents and the kids that would hopefully stop anything else happening to them.
And so we gather next weekend, 8th annual. It's a super fun event. It's positive, it's uplifting. Everybody's out there charging on the slopes, just like Greg would be, just like Greg would want us to be. Tell us a little bit about the event and what's planned and how people register for it.
So so they can come that morning. We're going to start registration at 7:45 in the Aspen Cafe, and then the event usually kicks off right around 10:30. We've got under 15 divisions, 16 and over, women's division, and then the open division, which actually has a $1,200 cash purse. So it's definitely a fun event to remember Greg in the best way possible by doing the things that he loved. And it's so community supported, and everybody comes out for it. And then we're going to wrap the whole thing at the end of the day with a concert out on the plaza, just so that we can celebrate him and bring everyone together, because that's what he would have wanted for us
it's an amazing community. Every time I see these events and how we, kind of embrace families going through these difficult times. It's a single big air. It's one big old kicker. Where's that going to be?
It's going to be more of a slope style. So there's going to be a jump and also a quarter pipe per Jeff, his younger brother's. Creativity is going to be in there building that part, because he's actually one of our groomers.
Oh, cool.
So
okay, so he's part of actually shaping it and building it and coming up with the design. So 2 hits then.
Yeah, and then there's also some rail features as well. So it's all about creativity. It's all about fun. We bring everyone out. I mean, we've got little kids to all of, some of Greg's best friends that compete in the competition. So it's going to be so great, a great way to wrap up the season, and we're just really excited to continue to remember him.
I love it. It's great. Every time we see everybody wrap it on, I'm sure it helps you to see the community come together for this. I was saying to you during the commercial break, I was an idiot when I was a kid in the car. I was like, I think, what do we tell kids? What's the message we say to the parents or to the kids to get that across to them? How do we get through a thick skull to how important this is?
I try to tell the kids that, they've got a lot of life to live, and they've got a lot of fun things coming up in their life. And to do one little thing that jeopardizes that will end it all, don't do it, because you're going to have a lot more fun in the future. Is there a lot of life to live, and don't screw it up now.
Yeah. Is there a website or somewhere where parents can go to get information to find out about even the foundation and get the support that they need, maybe?
We don't actually have one up and running, but the Sierra Education Foundation has a website. All the proceeds that we do get from this event go into that to help get kids that can't afford to be on the ski or snowboard team onto it. And the Sierra Education Foundation and the parents in that have done a great job. With Sierra, they're the driving force that keeps this event going and keeps other events that help get the kids off the streets and get them into something that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, Steve, thanks for coming in this morning. Thanks for putting on this event. Thanks for drawing the attention to this important issue. And Katie, I guess we'll talk more about it as we get closer. It's next weekend, the 8th annual Buckle Up for Big Air at Sierra Tahoe, Saturday. Register at 7:45 in the morning.
Perfect.
Thanks for coming on.
Thank you
We'll
very
be right
much.
back. Stay with us.